If you know my story, you know this. Done was the new perfect for me. When I first started my business about 8 years ago, that's the mindset I was in, purely because as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, while you're trying to do every single thing yourself, right, you're the only people in the business because you're trying to work around it. Obviously, you probably work with suppliers and stuff like that. When I had my first business, which was a franchise, worked with franchisees, suppliers and stuff like that. But in the business, the actual making money, making revenue in the business, you're the only person. You were doing the marketing and branding yourself, although there was slight help in my first, again, going back into my journey. But again, not much of an idea around what should really be focused on, like the customer, the pricing, the budgeting and all that kind of stuff. Operation and legals, 100%, for me, a big eye-opener. Although I loved what I do, and currently I'll tell you today, I am not a massive operational and legal person, but what I've learned 8 years later is I've got an amazing structure, amazing people in the structure and the system to be able to do that. And last but not the least, in sales and financial. But look, guys, I've met incredible people in my journey, like incredible people who's helped and supported me. And in today's video, let's share some, get to know me a little bit. I want to share you guys 3 things that, you will learn in your first year of business. And that's genuinely me experience it in my first year, running my business. But also I see this common trend with a lot of people who are starting business. So in the first year, I got to learn, and I'm sure you will think about the same, is you get distracted with a lot of things. Your life is not the same, right? What I mean by that is, think about this way. If you were employed or if you were in university, college, you had a certain routine, you had a certain friend circles and everything. Automatically, everything changes. Your business is what your focus is. And it's incredible what goes through in that first year of learning about yourself and learning about what's happening next in the business, learning about where the next money is coming in the business, right? Because at the end of the day, you've still got your private life, you pay your bills. In my journey, I left a amazing sales job, which paying me a good salary at that time, to not knowing what I was going to earn and not knowing what the future was. But it's an incredible journey. So to understand that part of yourself and business is so crucial. Now you get to learn about mastering one thing and one thing only. Where again, going back into the first thing about distraction, what I learned about myself in that first year was just understanding one thing. I found that I loved marketing. That's 8 years later, I'm doing what I call that first year. I was so creative around marketing. I said earlier in the video, you get to find one thing that you really love in the business, and you really start to actually put a lot of focus into it, a lot of preparation into it, and you also get to see a lot of results coming out of it as well. So for me, it was to learn one thing in the business, and that one thing changed what I'm doing today and also how I'm doing it today. So, for me, I think a lot of people used to probably come from a different, my story is a little bit different because I went to a business model that I wasn't sure about, but then I felt like that was the right time for me to invest my money. So incredibly, now think about it, that was not the right business model, but what it was a vehicle for me to learn about entrepreneurship, learn about business, to have a kiosk in the middle of a town centre with a lot of overheads that I've never signed up for. It was incredible. But it's just going back to, my journey of learning the process, but also it allowed me to master one thing properly. And lastly, things you're going to learn in that first year is be prepared to not chase financial. I think, at the end of the day, you start a business because you feel like, oh wow, you've got a passion behind it and you're gonna have a financial success, and you think that that's what you're gonna chase for. But for me, it is what I wanted at some point, but it made me realize it was more than what I wanted. It was more than what I wanted to build. And 8 years later, I sit down here and go, wow, that first year, and one of the things I really do well is I journal every day. I buy diaries every year. I sit down and write my day. I mean, 8 years later, I am going to say that I have slowed down a little bit. There are days I haven't done it, but my first year, I journaled everything about my life. You know, what I did, what I paid. If I paid £1 to somewhere, I write down for my business. It really allowed me to document my journey and, you know, to celebrate my journey 8 years later. It's such a great feeling. It really is such a great feeling. So again, you know, my channel has been a lot around short-term rental business, Airbnb business, but over the last 8 years I've learned so much around just business in general, people in general, people management in general. Today I've got a team of 15. We serve clients all over the world, completely different model, and you know, I'm very thankful for a number of people in my journey, but more importantly I'm thankful for myself, because I spend a lot of time, you know, learning those, you know, those 3 things I've shared today. But maybe there's a lot more I can share you in my coming videos. But guys, look, let's connect. If you're not connected to me on social media, in coming days I'm going to share a lot more about entrepreneurship, business. I want to make sure that I'm actually 100% sure. Look, I wasn't lucky. It took me 8 years to where I am today. I say to a lot of my clients, I say, look, let's not compare your first year or first 3 months into my 8 years of running business. All I've done is done this every single day of entrepreneurship, of business, of legal, hiring people, working with people, you know, like creating sales, creating opportunities for clients, opportunity for myself, and it's just been an incredible journey. But yeah, it's been a fantastic journey. Now, one thing I'd love for you guys to talk about today is, what is the first thing you've learned in your business? And please comment down below, or if you are looking to start, be Airbnb business, or you know, an online business or social media marketing agency, whatever you're looking online, please comment down below one of your best learning, and I'd love to connect with you in a bigger level. So guys, I'm going to share a lot more of entrepreneurship videos in my coming days. I want to make sure that I go into a lot more podcasts. I'm actually doing a podcast soon where I'm going to share you know, a lot of my 8 years journey. But yeah, I'm really enjoying what I can do through my channel. I'm really enjoying what I can put through my channel, and especially everything I've learned over the last 8 years has been an incredible journey for myself, my learnings, and more importantly, I'm learning every day. I always say to someone, look, you're a learner of life every day. So whatever I've learned, I'm going to pass it over while I'm learning new things for me, my personal life, and my business. And I hope to be able to share this through my journey in this channel. So thank you so much for watching, listening to my journey, connecting with my journey, and I hope I'll be able to connect to your journey one day.